All right. So this is actually the first time that I've done a live on the YouTube channel. So I want to rip straight into it. And today, what I want to talk about is three key areas to really focus in on if you want to improve your sales in your fitness business. However, if you're watching this and you were in a fitness business, they would still apply. Number one is, how are you marketing? How are you getting your message across? Are you very clear on who you're trying to attract with your marketing? If you're not, then it's unlikely that you're going to get really good quality of your ideal clients contacting you. So the first step is it's very important to go, who is your ideal client? What are their frustrations, pain points? What are they wanting to achieve? And are we matching up with that? Now, again, if you're doing marketing and it looks the same as everybody else, the me too, then it's very hard for the consumer to know what's the difference between you and all the competition out there. And so it's going to be critically important that first thing first, that you stop to go, is my marketing message correct? Am I trying to attract the ideal client that I know I can help provide a solution for and cater for? And if you're not doing that, then again, it can just make all the other steps in signing up new clients more challenging. Now, a lot of people just do free offers, free trials, free this. And while I'm not saying that's good or bad, what I'm saying is that if you're going to do something along those lines as a call to action, then you want to make sure that still you're targeting the right people. Now, I'll give you an example. Say you've got a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school or martial arts school. Now you can just go and promote free trials to anybody, anywhere, anytime that may be interested in doing that. Or you could do a specific marketing campaign that's targeted at men over, say, 40 or 45 who maybe think that they're too unfit now. They've got too many niggles or injuries, or maybe they're too old to start up, doing something like this, although they would really like to. So you can imagine if you had some marketing message around, look, one of the programs we cater for, one of the programs we run is aimed at men at age over 40 or 45. And I was only speaking to someone the other day that says that's a high percentage of their client. So that's been happening organically, but they weren't really getting that message across. Then you can design a program that caters specifically for that. So no good marketing just because it's a marketing message and not having the ability to deliver on that would be important. Next is you might have beginners. So you might go, well, look, and this next marketing campaign, we really do cater for those who are brand new to trying martial arts. So we want to make it very clear that that's one thing that we specialize in. And again, you can bring up any of the maybe the conversation that they're having in their mind that may stop or limit them to, even making that first point of contact. So there's a few bits and pieces to, helping you improve your sales, and that is being very clear on who are you trying to target in your marketing. And the quick tip I'll give here is that, number one is be very clear on who you're speaking to. Hard to speak to everybody. It's called shotgun marketing. You're trying to take anybody as a client. So it's very hard to have a conversation or, have some emotional response to that person versus if you are, singling out and you're honing in on a particular niche. That's the first thing. Then your marketing needs to solve a problem or provide some kind of solution to something that they have been after wanting and not been able to do it on their own. So that's step number one. The second thing is once you've done that effectively, then it'll give you more confidence knowing that when people are responding to your marketing, you get leads, inquiries. At least you know that from doing a good job with your marketing that this person that's contacted you would be most likely your ideal client and someone that you can help. So now we're taking out a bit of the guesswork from there, adding more value because now they would be really more qualified as a lead than just getting a lead. So the next step then is to be very precise on going, well, what's the way that you then follow up with that lead, and that meaning like have a process, you're scripting the things that that works. So your intentions then would be to, get somebody in to a sales consult. So what do you say when you get them on the phone? And that's the way if that's the way you're approaching it. So, okay, I've got the lead, got the inquiry. I'm going to follow up. Now, what is my procedure and what do I know? You got to know exactly what to say and what information to find out on that phone call, because your objective would be to assess if they are the right fit for you. Be very clear on your expectations on that call, meaning that you need to find out a few key things. And at the end of that call, you'll be able to recommend if they're someone who you believe you can help. On the flip side, you want to give them enough of an excitement to also want to come down and possibly meet you face to face. So that'd be step 2, knowing exactly what to say on that first initial call, how to construct that scripting. And when I say scripting, you don't have to sound robotic. You want to sound natural with it, but also to the point where that you are following a process that works every time that you use it. So that's very important. All too often I see people get leads and they just mess it up by not really knowing what to say on the initial phone call, dancing around the topic. Look, my experience tells me that the more upfront, honest about the reason you call, the better. So the reason I've called is, you made an inquiry. My objectives for this phone call is to find out a little bit about, what prompted you to inquire in the first place. What are some of your major goals and things that you would want help with? Why potentially, or I'm assuming that you haven't been able to achieve them on your own. So then I can make an assessment if we are the right people to help you, and if you'd like to come and experience or take that next step with us. And so that's a very clear process that you're laying out. So that's step number 2, because then once that's the case and they go, right, you are looking like or sounding like an ideal client for us, someone that we can help, the next thing would be to book them into that sales consult. And once again, you would explain the agenda for that, so there's no guessing. So meaning, right, the purpose of that particular meeting is we're going to go into more detail about what it is that you want to achieve. I'm going to find out all maybe limitations that you might have had in the past, or things that may potentially stop you from achieving that. Once I feel like I've understood that, and you do too, then I'd like to go and explain exactly how we work with clients and how we get them the results, if that's the right thing to do at that time. Then after that, then what we'll do is I'll run through all the different program options, and my job is to piece together what I feel would be the best outcome for you to get you those results, if that makes sense. Then I'll go through all the different pricing options, time, what's going to take commitment-wise, so you can make an educated decision at the end of that. And that'll then boil down to a simple yes or no decision, that that's something you'd like to move forward with or not. But that's the reason we're going to spend a good 45 to an hour together to assess all of that. Now, I say 45 to an hour, maybe your process is 30 minutes you can do it in. Either way, you're putting a value on your time. So you're also letting them know the clear expectations and agenda, and that would be very important for you to do so. And then I just say to people, and at the end, I will be asking you if you'd like to get started with us, and that'll be a yes or no answer. At that point, then you can start to look at any possible objections that may present in the sales appointment. You want to deal with them, address them up front. So your classic ones, are you got a partner? You're the only one making the decision in regards to this area of your life. All that stuff you'd like to find up front. Hey, a couple of things. All I need to know is, are you coachable? Do you feel with our help, from what you've heard so far, you'd be able to get the success that you've been after? Are you ready and committed to investing time, energy, and money to achieve this goal, if it all seems right to do so? All that stuff you want to do up front. So again, you can see there's a lot of a process there. And if you're listening to this and you're going, it's a bit to take on, it makes sense, I understand the steps, but you're not really sure where to go with it, then that's where you really do need to get some expert advice and help and consulting or coaching. And that's exactly what I did. I've been in the industry for over 24 years, and at the start had no idea what I was doing, no idea what I was meant to say. When people walked into my gym, to inquire, and they asked how much it was, which is that dreaded first question, I had no idea how to answer it other than tell them I need to watch them, walk back down the stairs and it'll be seen again. So knowing what to say, knowing these processes is really the difference between, feeling stressed and uncertain about how to find your next client. And I've worked with people that, they've been able to hit the ground running and build up their clientele just by, hard work and, recommendations and referrals. But then when, some clients leave, they actually don't know how to, predictably get more clients. And, you want to have a waiting list of people anyway. You want to have the ability to feel confident that I know all these 3 key areas. I know how to get my message across out there. I know how to build a following, a database, so that if I need more clients, I want to scale my business up or build it, or I just need clients, that I know how to do it, and I feel very confident about that. So it's very important, this whole process, because at the end of the day, we're all in a marketing and sales business. And if you don't invest time in these, and maybe it's not what you got into business for or to start in the career for, however, if you don't, you'll be the best kept secret, and it can just be really stressful. So look, if you're watching this and you're actually feeling like you resonate with it, and you go, look, that all makes sense. I know I need to get some help in these areas. And if I do, it would move me out of feeling maybe stressed or concerned or worried about it, or running what we call the hope plan, to having more confidence, being really assured, and feeling very, focused, and have a real good sense of direction and what I need to do. Then we recommend just contact us, just message us, and we'd love to hear from you. Our first step is always just to do a meet and greet and understand more about your business. And if there's a way we can help, we certainly will. And so we'd be only too happy to consult you with that and help you with that. So I hope you've enjoyed this process in this video, though, and it's given you some insights and tips to start to work on. And again, I really encourage anybody that is struggling in this area is to seek help, get some guidance. I mean, it's what we do in our business. We help people, and we're coaches and mentors for them. So it only makes sense we're doing the same in our business to make sure we can really achieve, the success we want and achieve our mission out there. All right, Jason Barish here signing off, and I look forward to doing more of these real soon.